about 50 pages in. We are getting a bit of backstory on like how Selena got captured, and she's figuring this out because she's getting names of people she has to off, and this person she actually knows, and she's like, "Ah, I would never do this. I would never plot against you." She's in the town she grew up in, so she's trying to follow this guy, learn his patterns, whatever, but it's bringing up all these things. And her and Charcoal sitting there talking, and she brings up Sam again. So I feel like she's also gonna figure out in this book how she got captured and who like betrayed her, and I think that's gonna break her heart. Also, we learn that a doorknob, like the strangest thing, a doorknob is can talk and has a face, unlike Elaine's tomb. So that's interesting. I don't know where this book or this series is gonna go, but I guess we'll have to find out. Alright, I am like 150 pages into this. Um, Quite honestly, not that much has happened, but Charcoal and Selena are getting close to like hopefully falling in love. I think that's who she's supposed to end up with. And Dorian, the crown prince, is like, "Ugh, I have to forget about her. I have to forget about her. I have to forget about her." But I think he has powers now, or like he has magic or something that was lying like dormant or something, because he like punched the wall and he had like no marks, and he like ruined this wall and like broke a window. So I think he's gonna end up like having powers or something of that magnitude. Selena's investigating this person, and by investigating, she's supposed to off them, which she's not going to, I hope. But she knows him from like her past life of being an assassin. So she has like 1 month to off him. So she's like, I need you to get your affairs all in order and then fake your death and then leave and never use this name ever again. So I wonder if the king's gonna find out. But at the end of this, the king was telling Charcoal that there was a threat made on the crown princess of that other place. Her name's like Nehemia or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry if that's wrong. And he was like, oh, let me tell her. And he's like, no, no one knows. No one needs to know about this. So that's crazy. What else happened? Oh, Selena also found another secret door in the library, and she saw this like masked figure go in there, and she's like, oh my god, like that's like an animal thingy. Kind of like the Rhetoric, I think it was called. So now she's terrified of going to the library. So now she's just hanging out with Charcoal in his room, and it's super cute. I think they're gonna fall in love. What else is going on? What else has happened? I think that's pretty much it, to be honest, so far. I have a feeling something's gonna happen with this like rebel group. I don't know if it'll be in this book or the next book. Oh my god, okay, so in the first book she was talking, sorry, ignore the pimple patches. So in the first book she was talking about how one day when she was in the slave camp that she lashed out and like tried to escape, right? So today's the day of her parents' death anniversary, and so she's wandered off, and she finally let us inside her little mind to what happened that day. And she offed all these guards and tried to escape, and she got really close to the wall, and she got really close to escaping out of the wall. But what we just learned is she wasn't trying to escape. She was trying to make them off her. She wanted to be off because apparently the king's orders was that she was to be kept alive. So she was like, if I off so many people, they're gonna have to put me to sleep. So that's crazy because everyone thought she was trying to escape, and she wasn't. She was trying to force them to off her. Crazy. Okay, so I'm at page 200, and Charcoal and Selena are now like kind of together. They're like a thing now, and I'm so here for it, but I feel so bad for Dorian, the prince, because like he was so sweet too. That's literally all that has happened. They got together, and she was telling him, she told Charcoal that she hadn't been killing any of these people, and he's like, what the frick are you doing? Like, you've been lying to everyone? Like, what the heck? And she was like, yeah, I was hoping to get some like information so I could leave and get the heck as far away from here. And so I could get as far away from here as possible. And he's like, what the heck, without me? And he's like, I'd go with you. You need someone to take care of you. And she's like, oh my god, you give up your whole life for me? Like, thanks. And now they're together. Another thing, Dorian feels like he has powers, and everyone keeps telling him like these cryptic things. So he's trying to figure that out. But I feel so bad for him. It's his best friend and the girl he liked. Crazy. And other than that, like nothing truly interesting has happened, but that's the gist of it for now. Another day, more reading. God of Midnight. So Nehemia and Selena had a fight because Nehemia was like, "Help me free our people. Like, I don't want to see any more bloodshed. Like, we need to take a stand against this king." And Selena's like, "Absolutely not. I want absolutely no part in that plan." And Nehemia's like, "You're a freaking coward." And Selena was like, "Okay, fine, that did it. Yeah, when this goes all bad, it's your fault." So I think they're gonna have a fight, but I think Selena's gonna help Nehemia and they're gonna try and go against the king. Which is crazy, even though Selena's already kind of going against the king by not offering these men that she's supposed to be offering. So we'll see what happens, but I feel like there's gonna be a war or something, either here or in Heir of Fire. Okay, so I think someone from this rebel group kidnapped Charcoal and just have him ransom. And they left a note for Selena. They're like, "Hey, you want your little guard back? Come meet up with us and stop stalking us." So now she's gonna go meet up with them. And who knows what's gonna happen, to be honest. Who knows what's gonna happen? I feel like she's gonna kick all their butts. Because Charcoal was like, "Oh, you better pray to whoever." Because Charcoal was like, "You better pray to whoever." And they're like, "What are you gonna do? Like, we got you so easily." And he was like, "I'm not talking about me." And they're like, "She's just a girl." And he's like, "Oh, you're in for a surprise." So I feel like she's gonna kick all their butts. But I wonder what they want for her. Maybe they'll make her work with them? Even though Nehemia already wants her to work with them, kind of, in a way. So I don't know what's going on. Alrighty. So I've read a couple more pages, and guess who kidnapped Charcoal? Archer. And his group. And guess what? His group is in contact with Nehemia. Nehemia set this group up. And I don't know what's going on. Now the king wants to talk. The king wanted to like talk to Nehemia or something, and he told Charcoal about this. But I think he's actually gonna off her. So now Archer is making it sound like Charcoal knew this the whole time. And we don't know if Charcoal knew this the whole time or not. So I wonder what the heck is going on. What's gonna happen? I feel like Selena's gonna go save Nehemia. That's what I think is gonna happen. And I feel like she's gonna be mad at Charcoal. So we will see. Okay, so someone offed Nehemia. And I wonder if it was quite possibly Archer was working with the king. Because, like, why would they take her away if they knew she would have saved Nehemia? You know what I mean? Like, why when she could have helped her? You know what I mean? Like, that's a little fishy to me. I don't know how invested I am in that idea, but it's a red flag. Why would you take her further away from the castle when you knew there was a threat on Nehemia's life? You know what I mean? A little fishy, but we'll see what happens. Before I go to bed and forget what I just read, I'm on page 300. What has happened? I don't know if I mentioned this last time or not. The person who killed Nehemia, Grave, who was like one of the champions who Selena embarrassed and beat. So he was hired by whoever chose him as his champion to off Nehemia. So she went and found him and offed him, brought him to the king, and was like, "I offed all these people." Didn't tell him that she like went to go save Charcoal and killed all these people. So that happened. And now she's discovering that Nehemia has been lying to her about so many things. And I wonder if she like faked her death. I feel like that might happen and she's like coming back. Maybe not. I feel like she probably won't come back, but that's a possibility. Charcoal put Selena in the dungeons or whatever after she tried to off him because she was pissed because she's like, "You knew this was happening." She came back, found Nehemia offed, and was pissed. So she tried to like attack him. So we put her in the dungeon. She was talking to Catalina, and Nehemia was telling her like something about wings. People are hearing wings, blah blah blah. What's her face? Catalina as like headaches, and she also hears like she said something about like hearing wings or something to Selena. So I think maybe there's like a monster or maybe a wyvern. I forget what they're called. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but like that's their like emblem. So I wonder if he's like the king's like creating those for his like army. But also Dorian's cousin Roland, I think he was his cousin, someone in his family is now at the castle and he's starting to have headaches. So I wonder if the king's doing something. I feel like he's doing something that's causing these people headaches, and I don't know what that means. But something's going on there. Yeah, to be honest, that's pretty much it. But I just wanted to get this all out before I went to bed and forgot about everything I read. So we will continue tomorrow and see what happens. Sorry if you hear a blow dryer in the background. It's Liz ruining my videos as always. I'm kidding, obviously. But Selena's going to see the witch to see if she has the gift of sight, like an oracle or something. And the witch goes, "What's your real name, Lillian?" And Lillian is from Teresa. Teresa? I don't know how you pronounce it, the tea town in this book. And they used to be a really big kingdom, and everyone was so surprised when they fell. And they're always talking about this lost princess. So, my theory is that Selena is the lost princess from that town, and that's why this movement is gathering, because someone has discovered that she is the lost princess because she was little when her parents were offed and she ran away, I guess, hid at the assassins thing, because where would a child of, because someone said something earlier about her being like nobility, and so I think that she is the lost princess from there. And I hope I'm right because I like that idea. I'm so good at coming up with plots, so maybe I should write a book or something. Alrighty, so Dorian and Selena know what each other are up to because they went into the library catacomb things, found this creature. So I think one of the king's powers, with however many keys he has, I think it's just one or possibly two, he can turn people into creatures. So I think that's what he's gonna do to Catalina and Roland because they were both suffering from headaches. But now Selena knows Dorian has magic, and she's like, my people were offed for having magic, and I wouldn't wish that upon anyone with magic. So she's gonna help him. She's gonna keep his secret. He's gonna keep her secret. Although she didn't really tell much, but I do think she has powers too. I think she has powers. I think she's a fae. I think she is the lost princess. That is what I think is going on right now. But there's only like 50 more pages left, and I don't know where this is gonna go. I feel like this book is a little bit more chill than the first book. It's not as crazy yet, but I feel like the thicker, bigger books are gonna be like crazy, like war, fighting, all that stuff. This one's a little bit chill, laid back compared to what I think is gonna come. And the first one was a little bit more action packed with the duels and stuff. Whereas this doesn't really have one story it follows. Like, there's a bunch of stuff happening in this one, so it's not too focused on one thing. Oh my god, so much is happening now. So, Selena was like, oh my god, I'm gonna make a portal. I'm gonna talk to Nehemia. She's gonna answer my questions, right? She opened the portal, and mind you, Fleetfoot had never, her dog, Fleetfoot, had never gone down into these dungeons, too scared. He came running down, and she's like, oh my god, it worked. Nehemia's here. Nehemia's like, you better freaking close this portal, you idiot, because something worse is gonna come next, and it's not gonna be me. Right? So then Archer's down there with her, and Nehemia did like code to tell her, don't trust Archer. Archer was the one who got Grave to off Nehemia. Like, what the heck's going on now? Oh my god. So then Dorian has a dream that says, you need to go help Selena. So he goes gets Charcoal. Charcoal and him go down there, right? There's this portal open, and Selena's hurt. Dorian is helping Selena out. Charcoal is trying to make his way up the stairs, right? And then Selena starts screaming, Fleetfoot, Fleetfoot, because he got injured. Because her dog got injured and was down there. The monster that came through the portal next took Fleetfoot into the other world, and you know what Charcoal did? Charcoal jumped in that portal after him to get the dog back, and he's not supposed to go in there. He's not supposed to cross that line. So I don't know what's going on. Also, literally, everyone has been like keeping secrets from Selena. So all of a sudden, she has to find out herself that this king has like, there's like 3 keys that hold the power to open like gates to other worlds, right? They could have avoided all of this if they just told her from the beginning. Like, what the heck? They're sending her on a wild goose chase for no reason. They could have just told her this stuff because everyone knew about these keys. Everyone knew the king had one, and that's how he conquered all these worlds. They just didn't tell her. And I feel offended on her behalf because they didn't tell me either till now. So that's what's going on right now. I'm definitely gonna finish this book tonight because what the heck is going on? I knew it. I came in here to tell you I told you so, even though you haven't told me I'm wrong. Selena jumps in this portal to go save her dog and her little boyfriend Charcoal, right? All of a sudden, she's getting pointy ears and fang things, which I don't think are part of fairies or whatever. But Selena is not human. Selena is a fairy, and I knew it, and I called it. I don't even know if I said that in this video, but that's what I've been thinking this whole time. I knew she wasn't human. So, yeah, I should have just read an extra 5 sentences and then I could have blabbed about that earlier instead of doing this, but oh well, it's getting juicy now. I was right. There's no better feeling than being right. I was right. I don't even remember if I said it in this video. I hope I did to like prove that I'm a genius. First of all, the king is making wyverns or whatever the heck they're called. I knew that. The wings flapping. Knew it. His crest the wyverns. So now Charcoal decided he was gonna send what's her face? Oh, Selena to Welland or something. I don't remember what it was called, but I'm gonna say Welland because that's what I remember. Someplace. And that's like the last like phase from there or whatever, right? So he's gonna send her there on a little mission to kill the king and his heir or whatever. Come to find out that she is in fact the lost queen of the tea place. The place that starts with T. I knew it. I called it. I knew that was gonna happen. So now he's like, oh shit. She like told him a date, right? And he like looked at the date and it was like, oh, I don't know. She is her. And now he sent her right back to her motherland. So if anyone's going to go against the king, it's going to be her. I think now I'm supposed to read The Assassin's Blade, but I think this goes back in time and then Heir of Fire goes forward in time. I'm kind of I don't I don't want to speak too soon for future books, but I'm kind of glad this magic system is different than Actotar. But I don't know what's going to happen when we go back in time. But I kind of don't care about back in time right now. I want to go forward in time. So I feel like maybe I should have read Assassin's Blade first because I don't really care about all that stuff. But we're going to read it because that's the order everyone told me to read it in. So we will see. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like and comment down below. If you didn't, feel free to leave a hate comment. I'd love to hear your opinion, and I will see you guys tomorrow.